Hey everybody, it's Lethal Air. What you're seeing now is a time lapse of me creating this map. It actually took me 3 days, but after I was done, I will say that it's definitely all worth it. I want to make a pact with you guys. For those of you who are subscribed already, and for those of you who are brand new to the channel, what I aim to do is not just entertain you while you're watching my videos and try to keep you here as long as possible, but I actually want to help you to get better, to have fun when you're not watching these videos, when you're in your games and doing 1v1s with friends. This is an aim training map. It has 4 domes with different things to do in each one. So if you haven't already, leave a like on the video and let's begin. So my first recommendation would be the TAC AR, but if you have a preference and you want to use the AK or SCAR infantry rifle possibly, then you can use any of those, but this is going to be one of the fastest weapons that you can clear my course with. For really fast results, if you practice this course about 10 to 15 minutes, then as soon as you get into a game, given that you get some of the weapons you practice with, you'll see your aim improve. But one of the mechanics in Fortnite that most people don't know will ruin their aim is the looting. Hitting the blue circles instead of the orange dot in the middle will definitely ruin your accuracy. So if you're doing this, the next time you start looting, try to hit the orange dot as often as possible, and it won't hurt your aim as much as it would if you just hit the blue circle. Now, if you're on mouse and key already, or if you just have a very keen eye, you'll notice that my aim looks very smooth. And some of the shots that I hit might look a little bit questionable, but I do use 400 DPI on my mouse. Basically, if you're on controller, what I'll say is I just have a very low sensitivity, but I also use mouse acceleration, but not in the way that a lot of people talk it down. Mouse acceleration can be good. You don't want your mouse to fly off the screen whenever you move fast. So the specific curve that I have is simply that whenever I move my hand slower than a medium speed, my mouse pointer slows down, and when I move it faster than medium speed, it stays the same. So I do use mouse acceleration, but I don't have a lot of acceleration versus the amount of deceleration that I have. As long as I move my mouse a medium or fast speed, it will move the same distance. It's just that when I need to hit some targets that only move a little bit, or I need to counteract some recoil, I can always slow it down anytime I want. For those of you who just like to parrot information that you hear on the internet, don't just believe everything you see. Actually do your research, because I did, and Kovaak, the creator of Kovaak's aim trainer, actually has a video that I will link down in the description talking about the good types of mouse acceleration, and this is what led me to use it or consider using it. Also, before you leave a salty dislike, consider hearing everything I have to say. Now, the Kovaak video on mouse acceleration is actually pretty old, and when I looked up his channel, I was expecting to see quite a bit of subscribers, but because he's not making content, he's making aim trainers and designing software, then it does make sense that he only has 4.1k subscribers. I know that some of you are on mouse and key, but you're on PS4 or Xbox. What I did when I was on PS4 on mouse and key is take a laptop. It wasn't even good enough for gaming, but I downloaded the gaming software for the current brand of mouse that I had then. Most gaming mice today have onboard memory. So what this means is that, especially if your mouse costs about $30 to $40, you'll be able to save your settings inside the mouse memory itself rather than on the computer and those software settings. This will allow you to program your mouse using a PC or laptop and then plug it into your Xbox or PlayStation and have the same settings that you put. This is also how you can change your DPI. Now, your DPI on your mouse is not the same as in-game sensitivity. The game sensitivity that you put doesn't add any extra jitter, and if you have a laser mouse, a lot of times little imperfections in the surface of your mouse pad can cause the laser to jitter a little bit. So the lower your DPI is, the less jitter you'll have. That way, when you move your mouse sensitivity up, it'll be accurate and it won't just shake left and right just because of crumbs or dust or little hairs on your mouse pad. I just wanted to clear that up for those of you who are on PlayStation or Xbox. You can still change your DPI. You're just gonna have to get a computer, unplug your mouse from your console, plug it to the PC or laptop, and there you can change any of the settings that you need to. The next thing I want to talk about is your ability to slow down, and this is one major reason why I started using mouse acceleration. It's not always about moving fast. In the same way that you have brakes in a car, having deacceleration for your mouse is a way that you can still maintain having a high sensitivity, but when you slow down to do fine aiming, you can still hit your shots and you don't have to suffer having bad aim simply because you wanted high sense. Also, alternatively, if you have low sensitivity, you can set a slight amount of mouse acceleration. That way, when you're editing staircases like you see here when I quickly flip it, normally I wouldn't be able to do that without using a ton of mouse space, but because of me having about 10% acceleration, when I swiped my hand, not only did I speed up because my hand speeded up, but it adds a little bit of juice to it, allowing me to do things like control recoil without using up my mouse pad, making fast edits without hitting my desk or whatever at the edge of the pad. Ultimately, it's all up to your personal preference. I will tell you that if you have nothing to lose, you should definitely try it, and you don't have anything to lose simply because if you don't like it, then you can go back to your normal settings. But this is an aim training video. I think that mouse acceleration is one of the things that can help your fine aim, but if you don't want to use it and you just want to improve the aim without changing your settings, you can still use my map however you want it. It's just an extra tool. I think that most aim trainers out there focus on fast moving targets. I have a combination of fast, medium, and slow, and at my sniper range you can practice using your marker to see how many meters, and you can test out each sniper, and this will help you to stop missing your shots if you're missing those important knocks in a game. And if you're still on the fence at this point, I'll give you 3 more benefits that might change your mind about mouse acceleration. The first and most obvious being that if you're coming from playing on controller joysticks have acceleration built into the normal mechanics without any software, simply by the fact that the controller joystick is spring loaded, and the farther you move it to the left or right or up and down, then the faster the joystick is going to register that movement to the console. For the simplicity of the explanation, I did say spring loaded, although I will note that if you take apart a PS4 or Xbox controller, there's not necessarily springs, but I think you get the point. Now, the next benefit I want to talk about is the reason why a lot of pro players spam ADS when they're shooting at a target when they're on mouse and key. If you have low sensitivity, it's not very effective to drag your mouse over long distances. You're gonna quickly run out of space. And so sometimes, as a way of conserving mousepad space, pro players on mouse and key will spam ADS at a target that's moving. It makes me wonder if L2 spam started out as just a way to mimic pro players that are on PC, but I digress. Using a modest amount of mouse acceleration will help you to have a higher ADS speed. This way you won't run out of mouse pad as often, but you'll still be able to slow down and reap the benefits of having a low target or low scope sensitivity. As you can see here, I have no problem dropping targets that are well over 100 meters away. If you're still not convinced, the last point that I'll make to you is a lot of pro players, they use hyperglides or ceramic feet or some advanced branded traction pads on the bottom of their mice to just make their movement smoother. If you don't have the money, as these can run pretty pricey, using mouse acceleration is the best way that you can upgrade your amount of precision and smoothness for free. If you don't want to spend that extra cash, I do understand. And so hopefully that last point will help to make up your mind whether or not you want to lose mouse acceleration. There are a lot of other benefits that I'll name mainly in other videos because I don't have the time. But if you like this video, if it helped you out in any way, let me know down in the comment section. And even after a week or so, if you end up trying mouse acceleration, or if you don't, that's fine. If you just use my course and the course helps you, let me know. I have a Discord. I'm gonna leave that Discord link in the description, and you can always send me any clips that you want me to either showcase in my videos, or if you just want to show them off to me, you know, so I can give you a good congratulations. A lot of the work that's put into this game just goes unnoticed, but if you're watching my videos and my content's helping you, I do want to see your progress. It makes me feel good about making these videos to see my viewers improve. So leave that feedback for me. And if you're new to the channel and you like this video, subscribe and we'll be bringing you more. You guys have a good one, and we'll see you next time.